Hi there, I'm Cam Gull. I was asked to put a video together just of my experience teaching online in the spring. In the spring, I taught microeconomics during the day and a macroeconomics at night. So the daytime course was 2 hours a day, 4 days a week, and the nighttime course was 3 hours a night, twice a week. In the past, I've taught pretty well everything except for economics. I've taught in about every program, and I've been at SAIT for about 15 years. I was asked to add another interesting tidbit about myself, and the one I share with my students is that I was attacked by red ants in an Amazon jungle when I was younger. So the first thing was what worked well, and mine might be a bit different than other people. I know that there's some other instructors out there who really like to experiment with software and different things. What I find worked well for me and my students was consistency, simplicity. So not changing software with the students. I found that if I just use one platform and I use Microsoft Word, that the students didn't get lost. I tried a few times at the start to kind of jump between different things and have a different bunch of boards where people could scribble on, and it just didn't seem to work well in my class. And again, that could have been just my management of that kind of software. I think it's imperative to have it interactive. When I taught the daytime course, it was an 8 a.m. course, so it would have been very easy for the students to turn on their computer and then fall back asleep. So you have to kind of try and be interactive in getting them to respond, work in channels. I built groups and had them work in channels sometimes, or just individually responding either verbally or on the chat. And I think humor is important. I think it's important to get their interest and want them to show up and take the course, not just for the material that you talk about. I think what I experienced, and I expect the same is going to be in the fall, is I really had extended days, that my day didn't end at 5 or 6 o'clock. I did a lot of teaching through email and answering one-on-one questions. So I found that in a classroom where I'd usually be able to go around and see when people had a problem, I had to kind of encourage them to email me, and then really I probably responded up till 12 o'clock, 1 in the morning, most times during the spring. And then empathy. I made it a point to let them know that I understood how hard it was for them to learn online, that it wasn't the same as being in a classroom, and that I understood, and that we were kind of in this together, and I tried to build a team spirit. I found, especially with my day class, that we were able to build a community, and that I found students were helping each other out. Then the next is what didn't work well. And changing software really didn't work well for me, and I know there's a lot of really cool programs, and some people are good at that. But for me, I stayed on with my one platform, Microsoft Teams, and I didn't jump around on different software programs. I have a problem. I tried to draw on the screen, and I tried a few different programs with it, but that didn't work particularly well for me. And then, just kind of a funny one, I tried to kind of be interesting at the start, and I a couple days wore masks to try and be cute and interesting, and I was told that was spooky and I shouldn't do it, so that doesn't work. And then finally, what am I excited about for this coming year? Same things that I'm excited about, usually interacting with students and how I can improve engagement. I think engagement is the hardest thing. The way that I kind of put a lecture together or a 3-hour class would be very similar to what I would do in class. I'd start off with kind of a summary of last class, then I'd answer any questions, and I had assigned them homework questions from the text. They have questions on the publisher's platform, and any questions about theory that didn't make sense. Then I'll lecture for a short amount of time, then give them an activity to do on their own or in channels in their groups, then lecture, have a break, back and lecture, and then I give them time to work on questions where I can I'll be there. So I'm not talking, I'm letting them actually work, and they can take time to either ask me questions, send me notes, or share this screen with me, and I can help them through that. And then I ended up kind of just going over any last questions and then a preview for next class. So really similar to how I would teach during the day. And that's about it. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, Cameron Gull. Thanks.